my name is Gadia. Today I want to share you about some information about the importance HR in the hospitality industry. Um, I want to share this because I have experience in as internship in Gulf Cap, and I was also a student in Swiss Hospitality Management School. Based on my knowledge and my experience as an internship, I was able to analyze some of the concern of me in the hospitality industry, and I also will give you an example from my past experience as an internship. And today I was also have a business in a hotel itself. It runs in Indonesia, so I would like to share about the importance of HR in especially hospitality industry. So before I talk about the importance of HR in next clip, I would like to mention that I use a base theory on the talk that I will talk in the next clip. And the base theory is I use is the HR role. And this is the HR role in the general view as a business. If you have business, and this is all the HR role. They have strategic human resource planning, they have recruitment role, they have selection role, they have training and development, they have compensation, they have performance management, and they also have safety and health. So all of these things are very important in the process of business, especially in hospitality industry. But why? I would like I would like to talk later. And as you can see also in the orange circle, the large circle, they has also role in environment, union, legislation, diversity, restructuring, and work process. All of these roles are very big and very complex, so you need a specific person to work on it. You cannot depend on the general manager, so you will maybe save a little money to pay. You will not have to pay the HR for person who specifically um, working in HR, but you will lose also a lot. You will also lose all of this process that are very important in the future uh, of the business. As you can see here, maybe the most important I think is the competent and high performing employees who are capable of sustaining high performance over the long term. As you know that in the hospitality industry, high performing employees are very dependable because you will give a service to a person. So per employee is one of the main core of the business because they are on the front line. This is why HR I think is the most important based on this HR role as a general. I get it from the price 2011, the reference. And the next is I would like to talk about HR role in hospitality industry. As you can see here, it mentioned that in an industry where staff turnover is traditionally high, guaranteeing that service standards are maintained is never an easy task. I will also mention that in my particular problem, they have very high turnover. I will tell later why they have high turnover. So this is true. In hospitality industry, they usually have high turnover, and mainly because they use outsourcing option. And I will also have this written here. The outsourcing option seems ideal in certain respect, but they have downside. What is the downside? They possessing lower degree of motivation, trust, commitment, and loyalty. Because especially in Switzerland, you have to pay a lot fee for a lot of um, salary to the person who work. So usually they use internship or they use outsourcing to decrease the salary. but they have also the downside. The the thing that, yeah, this is the downside. They they usually lack of motivation, lack of trust, lack of commitment, and lack of loyalty, because internship only maybe 6 months to 12 months maximum, and for the outsourcing they only need it when maybe they feel like they are not connected to the business. They are only like a worker. That's why HR role can fix all of this problem for the hospitality industry. And in here also I have mentioned that such organizations stand or fall by the quality of service they provide. This is what I mentioned before. Employee that working in the hospitality industry are very the core business, because you're delivering service to a person, not delivering a product. You're delivering a experience to a person. So employee is number one. The importance of employee is maybe more than other industry. That's why HR role is very beneficial for the hospitality industry, either in the future or in the current. And I get it reference from Davidson McG Barry 2011, and this is a journal, International Journal of Hospitality Management. So maybe you can uh, hear what I talk again in next. Before I sharing about the importance of HR, I would like to explain a little bit about the hotel that I was internship. I was be part of the internship there. So the hotel is called Golf Hotel Renecap. It is a family heritage hotel. It's located in Lakeshore of Geneva in Montreux. So the location is quite strategic, and maybe the downside is it's a quite old building. It's built around 1869. So but with continuous improvement from the staff, and also they do a lot of renovation, especially after I was left. They still do renovation for the first floor. They want to create another room. So maybe in 2022 or 2023 you will find they will have more room than today I create the video. So because of the continuous improvement for the building and the staff, they managed to survive until now 2020. But I think that's not the only case that they can survive until now. They also have a good fundamental belief from the staff for the customer. So because I was part of the internship there, they will tell me that to have the best service, you have to make sure that the guest feels like in their home, because they have motto that pass away from generation to generation. Is the motto was home away from home. So they want to create the guest feeling that the guest will not feel like in the strange place. They want the guest to feel like in the home. That's why they can create the best service and the best the best service. The motto is in the term of HR, we can call this as uh, the core for the culture, the organizational culture. They have a strong organizational culture that makes this hotel is very strong. Okay, so if they want to get to the next level, they has to have SOP, because SOP is the one of the importance role in managing staff. imagine I am the new guy. I don't know nothing about the standard operation procedure, and the lady, the supervisor, is talk with me with French. I'm just a little bit learning about French, so I'm just a little bit confused what she says, but I try to understand what she wants. And after maybe 2 or 3 weeks, finally I was able to understand the whole SOP what they want. uh, it will be better if they have a written SOP, so they can give to the new employee, and the new employee read it, and the new employee will know what what the supervisor expects and what they have to do. So in the first or second week, they don't have to struggle a lot. This is will help a lot with the hotel, especially because the hotel itself, they hire a lot of internship. I know internship is cheaper than a real staff, so they maybe try to lower the cost by hire a lot of internship. But when I was interviewing another internship in another department, they feel also same, because they don't have what to do and what not to do, and what is the right thing to do, because the their direct supervisor didn't give the written SOP. So that is what missing in the hotel that I was part of the internship. uh, that is one of the key of the important of HR. They don't have the hotel is doesn't have HR. That's why they don't create the the SOP, the written SOP, because to create the written SOPs need a lot of work and a lot of maybe a lot of time, because I think the upper management that I saw was only general manager. So the owner, there's a two owner, the maybe the yeah, there's two owner, the family, the Cap family, and below them is the general manager, and the general manager direct into each of the department. Like for example, the food and beverage manager, and housekeeping manager, and also the front office manager. So the general managers directly go into the uh, into the manager in each department. So that it was my concern a lot, because they have good fundamental belief, they have a good staff, they have a good culture, but they don't create the culture to be more consistent in their staff. Maybe if they change every 6 months into new employee, they will have to train for 1 month for each employee to at least adapt to the environment. But if they create a good a written SOP, or a good system for the HR, the new people who come in, they will be much more effective in the first or second week. Maybe after just 2 weeks, they will the new member will able to show their best skill, or yeah, that's the thing. Maybe that's all, but yeah, that is the why I think is the most important is HR in the hospitality industry. Maybe if you working in the 4-star hotel and the 5-star hotel, they have already has the best HR team, so you don't have this problem. But for me, I was lucky. I have this experience of in the family heritage hotel who doesn't have HR, so I can explain from my point of view, from the point of view of the hotel that is not have HR in their department. And by the way, they also good at managing the revenue. They also have a loyal customer, so I think they're doing well. But the downside is only from the HR department, I think. Yeah. And not to mention, maybe one or two my internship friend is disappointed with the management team, but I feel like it's not because of the culture of the hotel, but it's not because the information from the hotel itself is not given enough to the employee about what they actually aim for. The in my conclusion, HR is most underrated maybe in the hospitality industry, for small hospitality industry. But maybe you will not experience, or the hotel is, the general manager is not experienced, but the staff will experience the harmfulness of the lack of HR department. For example, maybe you will not experience now, maybe you will experience after 1 year or 2 years on the managing the hotel. For example, if you not have a good induction point, the harmful is the effectiveness of the staff. Every time you change the staff, you will be downgrade the quality of the service. You will always downgrade because the service needs to be perfect as SOP, as the SOP is run. But when the staff is doesn't know about the SOP, they will start to doing by themselves, so the quality of the service will be down or declining. And second, maybe you feel after 6 of maybe 1 year, the staff will be feel maybe a little bit unmotivated, because like in Robin, like in my like in the several journal that I read, lack of HR can create unmotivated uh, unmotivated staff. And for example, like this kind of situation for in the situation of COVID-19, they will struggle because they have to change the several staff. Maybe they have to do to fire some of the staff because of the economy, so they have to hire a new one, I suppose. So it will create a huge problem because the one who knew the SOP is the old staff, and if the hotel clean up everything, they fire everyone, they don't have a good stuff anymore, so they have to create from the fresh of the beginning. That's the reason why HR is the most important. I think it's underrated in the hospitality industry.